Whether you're a Cornetto Trilogy fan or you're just a plain Edgar Wright fan, get ready because today I'm going to be reviewing The World's End. And directed by Edgar Wright and starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Martin Freeman, Patty Considine, and Rosamund Pike. And it is also the third and final installment in the Cornetto Trilogy, or the Three Flavours Cornetto Trilogy, or the Blood and Ice Cream Trilogy, whatever. It was Gary King, played by Simon Pegg. You see, back in high school, him and his friends did this pub crawl called the Golden Mile, starting from the first post all the way to the World's End. 12 pubs, 12 pints each. And they tried to go through this whole crawl, but they didn't make it to the end back in that day. So flash forward to the present now, we see Simon Pegg, or Gary. He is now like a man-child essentially, and he wants to get the glory days back, so he decides to call all his friends back together so they could finish up this crawl all the way to the World's End finally. They go back to Newton Haven, their hometown, and once they are there during their journey, they realize some strange occurrences are happening over there, and they don't realize that it is up to them to survive and hopefully make it all the way to the World's End. I love Edgar Wright. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are two of my favorite comedies, and Scott Pilgrim is also one of my favorite films of all time as well. Such great films. Their rewatchability is almost perfect. I'll never get tired of them, and Edgar Wright knows how to make comedy. And Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, they're such a great duo, so naturally I was very excited for The World's End, and it's amazing. This is my favorite movie of the summer. It's the most entertaining one by far. I loved it, and you know you love a movie when you have a smile right across your face the entire time. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, of course, are a great duo, and in here, Simon Pegg as Gary King, our protagonist, gives such a great performance, so versatile and very entertaining. He is the slacker guy, such a different character than what Simon Pegg usually plays, like when he played Sean or Sergeant Nicholas Angel. Like, you feel for him the entire time, and he's so hilarious. Everything he says is so entertaining and memorable, and I loved his character in here. Also, Nick Frost plays a very different character in here as well. He plays a kind of straight man character that Simon Pegg plays in the other films, and in here he does such a great job keeping himself held in during the performance. And when he's in this movie, when he has to go crazy, man, he goes crazy. As to the rest of the cast, like Martin Freeman or Patty Considine or Rosamund Pike, they all do such a great job. They're very entertaining, and they have great camaraderie with each other. It is a cliche at this point to say Edgar Wright is a great director, but yes, he is a great director. He just has such a great frenetic style within his films that just goes snappy and zippy and everything else. It's so fast, so entertaining. The characters are just so well developed. Gary King may seem like an unlikable slacker at first, but once you realize about him, once you follow him the entire time, you grow to care for him and you grow attached to him. And as you follow him and his friends trying to make it through the Golden Mile as well as fighting for their survival, it is more and more exciting. And that is also credit to Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's script in this movie. So snappy, great dialogue, well-developed characters, very entertaining camaraderie within the characters, and the story is just so much fun. And yes, this is essentially invasion of the body snatchers, I guess, when the element of the sci-fi comes along during the film, but the way it's done is just so charming and so entertaining that I just couldn't help but laugh. There were so many moments in this movie that just made me laugh out loud almost the entire time. I was smiling from beginning to end, and by the end of the movie, I had a nice sense of finality to it. Edgar Wright just ended the movie so well, ended the trilogy greatly, and also I think he wins the summer 2013 season. This is my favorite movie of the summer, the most entertaining movie by far. It has the laughs, and it even has an emotional weight to it, which I was so surprised by. This movie is just so good. The World's End gets 5 out of 5. I love this movie, and I can't wait to see it over and over and over again like the other films. And I gotta say, Ant-Man better come soon, because I'm really excited for that movie. So guys, thank you so much for watching my review for The World's End, and if you want to see more videos of mine, you could click that button and subscribe, you could leave a comment down below, you could like this video, and you could also check out my written reviews at greenarkreviews.wordpress.com. You can also check out my Facebook page in the description, and I guess that is it. I am Noah from Green Ark Reviews, and I'll see you in my next video.